Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be explaining a sum of n natural numbers problem from LeetCode. Here, the input I am receiving is n. This n can be any positive number. The output should be sum of those numbers. For example, if n is 5, I should add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. If n is 3, I should add numbers from 1 to 3. This is my problem statement. I can easily do this by using loops. But in this video, I'll be solving this question using recursion. So without any further delay, we'll get into the solution. Here, I am defining a function called sum of num of n comma sum. If n is less than or equal to 0, I'll print the sum and return. Or else I'll call this function again where n is equal to n minus 1 and sum is equal to sum plus 1. This is the program to print sum of n numbers. For better understanding, let us trace this function. Here I have defined the function called sum of num, which will take two parameters 5, 0. Here 5 represent n and 0 represents sum. I am taking sum as 0 initially and I'll check if 5 is less than or equal to 0. It is not true, so the inner statement will not get executed. And directly sum of num of 4, 5, that is 5 minus 1 is 4, 0 plus 5 is 5, will be called C. This function is called, and again this will check if 4 is less than or equal to 0. It is not true, the inner statement will not get executed, and sum of 3, 9 is called. And again this function will check if 3 is less than or equal to 0. It is not true. Then sum of num of 2, 12 is called. And again this will check if 2 is less than or equal to 0. It is false. So this will again call sum of num of 1, 14. And again this will check if 1 is less than or equal to 0. It is not true. And again this will call sum of num of 0, 15. And now this base condition, if 0 is less than or equal to 0, is met. And we will get the sum. And the function is returned. Okay. Then what is the result? What is the output of this function? Let us trace that here using stack. First, this function will call this function. See, sum of num of 5, 0 will call sum of num of 4, 5. And until this sum of num of 4, 5 returns something, it will wait in stack. Here, it is waiting in stack. And again, this function will call this function, sum of num of 3, 9. Until this function returns something, this will wait in this. This 4, 5 will wait in stack. In the same way, until 2, 12 returns something, 3, 9 will wait in stack. And again, 2, 12 will call 1, 14, and until 1, 14 returns something, 2, 12 will wait in stack. And again 1, 14 will call 0, 15, and until 0, 15 returns something, this will wait in stack. Now this function is returning something, that is none. In this case here it is returning none. But before that it will print the sum. Here we can notice the value of sum is 15. So 15 will be printed as output. Let me erase this. Let us see visually like how this function call actually happens. Now the function 0, 15 will return none to the function 1 comma 14. Now 1 comma 14, that is sum of num of 1 comma 14 will return none to 2 comma 12, and then 2 comma 12 will return none to 3 comma 9, and 3 comma 9 will return none to 4 comma 5, and 4 comma 5 will return none to 5 comma 0, and 5 comma 0 will return its output, that is none, to main function, and the main function will return none, but it will print the sum value. The sum value here is, the total sum value here is 15, right? This is the sum value, so we'll get 15 as the output. This is a parametric approach. Let me code this down. I am defining a function called sum of num, and in this I'll be entering two parameters, that is n and sum. Oh my bad. And I'll check if n is equal to 0. If so, then print sum and then return, or else do like call the same function. Here I'll copy this and paste this here, and where n is equal to n minus 1 and sum is equal to sum plus n. This is what I have written there, right? And I'll be quickly calling this sum of num of let me keep n as 5 and sum as 0. Sum will be initially given as 0. So run this. I'm getting 15. It is perfect. So you can do this also. Like initially, if I don't specify this sum value also, it's okay. It will be assigned as 0 by default. See? Okay, let me run this. See, I'm getting 15 without any error. And if I like specify this value, nothing will change. The same thing will be returned. So this value is default value. If I don't specify anything, then this 0 is considered. If I specify something, then the specified 0, this specified 0 will be overwriting this. So apart from this example, to demonstrate this like default value, I'll just change the value of 0. Okay, see, if I specify 0 as 1, then what happens? 16, because 1 is taken as a default value, not 0. Here 1 is taken as a default value, so I'm getting 16 instead of 15. I think by now you have got a clear picture of how recursion works. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe so that you'll get more content like this.